Ooh, it's been a while. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jessie and I do lifestyle, bookish, and used to do bullet journaling, but now just more journaling. And today's gonna be a long one. So where have I been for like the last year? A lot has changed. We've, as in me and my husband, have been doing a lot of renovations. Our lives have changed quite a bit. We went on a trip for a friend's wedding. We were super busy last summer, and again, just a lot of renovations in the house, as well as during Christmas time we found out that I was pregnant. So things have been a little crazy the last year. But yeah, so welcome back to my channel. I have lots of updates coming. Since I'm not specifically doing bullet journaling anymore, I have been doing planning in like a happy planner and using some other things, so those will be updates. I guess we'll get some baby updates if you guys are interested in that. Seems like everybody else is excited for this nice warm weather too. Lots of cool fun videos I have planned, but that's just a quick little update for me. Today's video is really about reading. I've been reading a lot because Little Bean has decided to be difficult at night. Just a lot of symptoms being more enhanced and crazier at night, so I've been reading a lot. And I was watching Becca and the Books channel. I love her channel. She's a regular person that I watch. She's so relatable and real, and like her personality is very similar to mine. I was watching her channel and she was talking about Realmathon, and I've been following her for years, so like I've seen previously when she's partaken, and so I decided to partake this year. And so I have a list of books. So I decided to also be Team Time, just like Becca was. She definitely influenced me a little bit, but I actually went to the announcement video, which I will leave down below. We're probably like a week or two in at this point when you're seeing this video, probably 2 weeks in, but it's all month long. So I love time travel. I love everything about it. And when I was watching the announcement video, I just connected with it the most. So that's what I chose. So let's dive into all the books. Am I even in frame? Hopefully. Okay, so where did I leave off? I guess I'll just start with the first book because my battery died. So the first book that I'm going to read or want to read is Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. From what I know about this novel, it's a dual perspective story. We follow Leia, I'm gonna have to look up the pronunciation of her name, and Elias. So I believe there's a romance between the two of them. Leia, that's what I'll call her for now, her people or her community are slaves within their government system. One night their home is invaded. Her brother is taken for being part of a rebellion, and I believe her grandparents are killed within this. So she goes to the rebellion, finds them somehow, and says, hey, my brother was taken, can you help me get him back? And they say pretty much, yes, we'll help you get your brother back if you infiltrate the military academy of this world and be a spy for us. She says okay, because she wants her brother back. Then we follow Elias, who he is a part of this military academy. I also believe his mom is quite high up within the academy. I believe there's like a competition situation going on, and then the winner of this competition rules their people or has some significant role within their governmental system. Obviously their paths cross. I don't know anything more than that, and I'm super excited to read it. It's been on my TBR for quite a few years now. I have 3 of the novels in the paperback version, and I believe there's 4 4 or 5. I've started to read it and then I never finished it, maybe a summer or 2 ago. I have a little tabby of where I stopped. I got like a quarter of the way in and I was really enjoying it. So I'm excited to continue and actually finish this. There are like 3 kind of 4-point systems that I'll get. So from being with the Time team, the color of the novels, if they're white, you get 10 plus or negative points. The something on the cover for us is just an object, and then which is also 10 points, and then a school setting gives you 10 points as well, and then the amount of pages you also get a specific amount of points for depending on how many pages there are. Positive points means that the points that I get for that book will go to my team, and negative points is points that I'll be able to take away from another team, and we get to choose when we upload the book in the submit form. We get to choose what team we take points away from. So that's what that means. The second book on my list is Lore. This is a reread for me. I love this novel. I know a lot of people weren't very happy with it, I guess is a good word to say, but I very much love this novel. I also have a review of this novel on my channel if you want to go back and see that. Lore follows Lore, and in this world that's, I believe, New York City, Manhattan. It's been a while since I read it. It's very much based in Greek mythology, so every family within this world is descendants from a specific god or goddess, and every some odd years there is a competition. So if you kill a person or a god, you take on the persona of that god, and then at the next competition you are then hunted in a sense, and it will pass, that god's power will pass to you and then your family. That's kind of the gist. Third is Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. Again, I do have the whole trilogy. I just haven't read this. I got the whole trilogy from a Value Village quite some time ago, and again, I just haven't read it. So this follows a person who, our main character, and he's from like the slums, I'm assuming, of this world. I don't know much about this trilogy at all. And he becomes an assassin, and he kind of has to navigate his way through this world. Other than that, I know nothing about it, and I'm really excited to dive into it. Then there's A Queen in Hiding, and I'll just pop up a photo because the book is kind of difficult to get to at the moment. This is another one that's been on my TBR for a very long time. What I know of this story is it follows a princess, and her family was murdered and her kingdom was overtaken by the people who murdered her family, and so she's kind of exiled. She has magic that she, I think, didn't know about, but finds out that she has, so obviously she has to master that, use it to take back her kingdom. In a general sense, I believe that's what it's about. Then I have 3 books that I've already read up until this point, and that's Forever Young, Forever Yours, and Forever Mine by Annie Charm. Oh, and The Queen in Hiding was by Sarah Kozloff, if I didn't mention. Forever Young is a prequel to Forever Yours and Forever Mine. Read them all at once. Then we have, I only have 4 more books to talk about. It Was Always You by Alexa Rivers. From what I know about this, we have a doctor who is developing something to help the judicial system put criminals behind bars. Someone doesn't want her to complete her product of whatever it is, and her life is threatened. Her ex, who's a cop, actually a sergeant, is tasked with keeping an eye on her and being her protective detail. So since he's her ex, obviously we have a romance. There's tension while he's trying to keep her safe. Then we have Hooking Up by Crystal Caswell, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. And this one is about a girl and a guy. They hook up one time, like a one-night stand. She ends up showing up to his tattoo shop. He's her client, and he kind of poses the, do you want to just, friends with benefits kind of thing, no strings attached, and I guess she says yes. The Pucking Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. I'm so excited about this. I love this series trilogy. I think there's either 2 or 3 books out in the series already, and I love it. So we have a hockey romance, obviously the Pucking Wrong Date. I believe we have a Broody and Sunshine romance. She obviously wants nothing to do with hockey, I'm assuming. I really didn't dive into it much of the synopsis. I just saw it and I automatically added it to my TBR this month because, again, I just really love the stories. And last but not least is What Happens at the Lake by V. Keeland. I love Keeland's writing. Everything about it just sucks you in. The detail is great. The storylines are normally pretty fantastic. I don't think I've read a book that I didn't like by her. Really excited to read this. So from what I got from the synopsis, we follow a girl who has a lot of stuff going on in her life, so she just wants to take some time away. So she goes to this little town that her father used to talk about all the time and rents a house, I believe, there. And the next door neighbor, he's like super grumpy. I'm assuming life is just really getting our main character down because the synopsis literally says, like, he might have been grumpy because the first time I met him, I had his mailbox in my hand that I had just ran over, and then he had to help me break into the house because the key broke in the lock. So I'm assuming she has like a little bad karma going on at the moment. Their story really blooms from there, I'm assuming. So those are the reads right now that I'm hoping to get to in March. Lots of books. I'm super excited. Like I said, I've been reading a lot lately just because of Little Bean making sleep a little difficult at the moment. Let me know if you want baby content. But the next few videos from me will be planner related, house updates, and I'm excited to be back on my YouTube grind. I also have a few writing updates, which we'll probably get into in my planning videos. But yeah, again, just super excited to be back on YouTube, make videos for you guys, be consistent. Like I said, this past year was really difficult for me, and I only planned on taking like a month or a few weeks off YouTube in January because in 2022 I did Vlogmas, and that was a lot. It was like a video every single day for the month of December, and that took so much out of me, and I was just YouTubed out. So I only planned on taking a few weeks, and it turned out to be a year with all the craziness that was happening within our life. So individual updates about the last year and what's been going on will be in those individual videos that it kind of corresponds to. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna close out this video, and I will see you guys in the next ones. I'm so excited to be back. I can't say that enough. So thank you if you are watching this video, if you have stayed with me for this long. Knowing I haven't uploaded in quite a while, I appreciate every single one of you that have stayed, and I hope to grow our little community here in the next years coming, and so many cool ideas that I have. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!